Punchy was going really, really well. I'd been to a couple of show jumping shows, and then we were on track to go and do his first one-day event. It has a dressage test as well, and the show jumping, and the cross country. And we just couldn't get the canter right consistently enough. He was slowly getting a bit more panicked about it, and then everything really fell apart. So I went, no, let's have his back x-rayed and see what's going on there. And we discovered he had one pretty aggressive kissing spine. So that's when the spinal processes don't have a big enough gap between them. We had actually one that actually crossing over. Rather than just touching bone on bone, it was crossing over right under the saddle. So they actually cut a bit of the bone out that was crossing over. They cut a whole chunk of bone out there, and you'll see the x-ray picture. He's got a gap like this now there. Then all the spinal processes have ligaments in between at the top there, and they snip the ligaments in between to allow it to space out a little bit. It won't make it all fall apart at all, so don't worry about that. It just allows a bit more sort of stretching room there. So then they get a, which sounds really awful, but human surgery is the same, a power tool with a little saw on it, like this big, and they put it in a little hole, it's only about this big they've made, and they cut down that needle so they know where to actually cut, and they get to the end of that, and then they just twist a little bit of bone around so all the sinew comes off, and they just pluck it out. Basically, after 14 weeks post-surgery, they're pretty much in full work again. The surgery is about $3,000 thereabouts. Some people go, oh my God, that's a lot of money to spend, but it's a bit cheaper than buying a new horse. It's not such a big deal these days. The surgery is so good that really it's such a doable option now. And there are horses out there that might seem like they need the surgery, but you can do other little things and more sort of physio work as well and avoid it. You've got to read your horse and just think, oh, he's changing. Rather than better things are changing, just get looked at.